Alright, we've made it to my mystery destination that is not Laura related. And here we are in Marceline, Missouri, which, if you do not know, is the hometown of Walt Disney and the possessor of the Walt Disney Museum, which I have heard nothing but good things about. So let's go see it. I just can't believe it. I am really here, the hometown of Walt Disney, the one that inspired Main Street and all of his hometown movies and shows. And I just, oh my gosh, I just can't believe I'm here. And on the way in, I saw the house. I didn't stop because I wanted to do the museum first, but oh my gosh, and I'm gonna drive the Main Street, which I haven't done yet either, but I'm at the museum and this is just so great. Let's see, some things to know about the museum. I'll have to ask if I can do video inside or pictures inside. I don't know. I didn't ask that. I was more concerned making sure they were open, which they should be. This was done in the old depot in town. You can see the railroad still quite active. And unfortunately, the demise of passenger travel left a lot of great old buildings. And we are coming over here. This is stupid that I am so excited, and I am. Still recording. I cannot, you know, I love Disney, but I just cannot believe I am this happy to be here. I just truly am. This is like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, this is so awesome. All right, and we'll see if I can take you inside. Okay, I got out my Mickey ears and really enjoyed it. I couldn't take video inside the museum, but it is really nice. They have some real nice videos interpretation and a bunch of stuff from Ruth Disney, who when she died she wanted to leave all of her papers here. They also have a guy who used to do the backgrounds for Viewmaster who did a model of Disneyland, and it's just all sorts of cool stuff. So I highly recommend a visit. Come and see for yourself. Right next to the museum is a park named for E.P. Ripley. Ripley was the first president of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. The land of the park had been donated in his honor, and it played a large role in Marceline society. He had such an effect on Walt that when they opened the Disneyland Railroad on opening day of the park, one of the trains was named E.P. Ripley. This is Main Street in Marceline, Missouri, which is what Walt patterned all of his Main Street USA's after. Now they do, you know, they were impacted by other designers and other towns, but in Walt's mind, this is what he wanted his Main Street to look like. And I got a book that's a tour book of the town, but I'm not sadly going to have time to read it while I'm here, so I'll probably find out all sorts of things that I wish I had known. But I thought what we would do is do a pass here, and then I'm going to try and find the pool and the barn, and we'll see how it goes. Well, unfortunately, it sounds like they've had some nasty incidents there, judging from the sign. But this is the Disney farm that you always hear them talk about. Here's a sign. As an adult, Walt Disney wrote, "To tell the truth, more things of importance happened to me in Marceline than have happened to me since or are likely to in the future. Walt often drew upon his idyllic farm life in Marceline for stories and characters that became world famous through his animated and live productions. The son of the dreaming tree. The dreaming tree sapling was planted by Walt's grandson, Bradford Disney Lund, with the assistance of Walt Disney World ambassadors Sarah Spike, Juan Aviles, and Christopher Stewart. Soil from the Magic Kingdom and water from the rivers of America were lovingly mixed with the soil during this iconic lovingly mixed with soil from this iconic farm during the tree planting ceremony. The original dreaming tree site. Now this came down, but that was what I got to touch in the museum and bought a little piece of. The original dreaming tree. In 1906, Elias Disney purchased the William Crane Farm located on the outskirts of Marceline, Missouri. The entire family was enlisted by Elias and Flora to help maintain the farm and tasked young Walt with the responsibility of keeping an eye on his little sister Ruth. Walter and Ruth would often escape to this very location where they would find solitude under the dappled leaves of the majestic cottonwood tree that Walt would later name his dreaming tree. Ruth would often recall the fun times she shared with her big brother as they climbed the sturdy branches and played in the cool, tall grass under this intrinsic part of the very unique Midwest childhood. Elias rarely encouraged his youngest son to pursue his passion for drawing, never imagining that art would provide the basis for a well-paying career. Luckily, his very observant Aunt Margaret noticed a spark of artistic promise in her young nephew. Every visit, Margaret would covertly provide Walt with a Big Chief drawing tablet and a steady supply of sharpened pencils. This visionary gift gave Walt the ability to quietly lie beneath his dreaming tree and slowly hone his craft. Walt Disney is often credited this exact location as the birthplace of his creativity. A total of 3 saplings were produced by seeds harvested from the original dreaming tree. In 2003, one of those saplings was planted by Walt's grandson, Bradford Disney Lund, not more than 30 feet from this very location. A second sapling was given to Disneyland and was planted on Tom Sawyer's Island. The third sapling was secretly planted somewhere on the Disney farm to ensure its historic legacy. And I wish them better luck than I had when I was trying to save a tree from my great-grandparents' farm. Cottonwood trees typically have a lifespan between 70 and 100 years. Walt's dreaming tree lived to be 120 before it was struck by lightning in 2008. The remains of that historic tree eventually blew over during a fierce windstorm on May 28, 2005. Walt's dreaming tree was officially registered as a historic tree by American Forests. And this is me by the son of the wishing tree, the one right there in the middle of the path. It's a cottonwood too. There's another Laura connection. I just can't believe it. I am really here, the hometown of Walt Disney.